Hello, my beautiful souls. The Awakened Dreamer here to give you your daily tarot reading for Tuesday, July 5th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind this is general for the day for all 12 signs, so simply take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Now we're going to keep it simple by pulling from the spellcasting oracle deck for an overall energy for the day, or energies. And then we'll further speak upon the day with the small everyday tarot. Bear with me. They're saying cleaning vibes, cleaning up kind of vibes throughout this day. Let's do some shuffling. All right, some shuffling. For my lovely souls. Interesting to me to say that. I am now getting, or I was just getting, thinking about past funny moments in one way, shape, or form. But we have empowerment in home, all right? So the day does take a bit of a focus when it comes to your home life and empowering oneself through it all, okay? You may find that something you're working on, whether it's your business, a project, a job from home, entails you feeling a bit empowered through it when wrapping oneself up in it. A focus underneath it all on your willpower and life purpose and your beauty, okay? So taking care of oneself and needing to dig for that willpower to overcome certain obstacles, deal with certain difficult energies, potentially some loud behavior. It just feels like all the meanwhile, there's again a focus on your life purpose in more than one way, okay? Some one particular way, but for some it does talk about or take a focus on more than one life purpose for oneself, okay? But yeah, taking care of oneself and feeling like you're doing some self-reflecting, touching up is how it's coming through, thinking about your world and how it's about to transform more so moving forward. You can also find that family takes a bit of a focus in one way, shape, or form throughout this day, all right? Let's pull some tarot. Some tarot, okay? I'm now hearing nature as I'm drawn to the sunflower. You're blossoming. For Tuesday, almost fell into the ground. We have Judgment, Three of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you're getting your voice out there, feeling quite empowered to do so, or to continue to do so. Feeling empowered by being completely and wholeheartedly honest with oneself as to how to make something happen or what needs to change with the Hierophant card here. I do feel like you're being pushed to recognize how your home life is meant to transform moving forward, whether that's simply a change in where you're at now. It could be a whole switch up, right? A replacing, a moving of residence, but it could also be the transforming of your home. Say you don't plan to or expect to leave in the future in general, all right? I am being drawn to these keys here, feeling quite relevant, all right? Two people will want you is what I'm hearing. And that could come into play with love as well, or it could be about that move of residence or something of the sort. But I do feel like, because I saw Justice in the Love card at the split deck before I shuffled the Oracle deck. The Three of Wands, because I do feel like when you're at home at one point throughout this Tuesday, you're reminded things are falling into place. You're reminded your ships are coming in. The number 3 coming into play. And I do feel like there's a focus on your financial stability, happily ever after. They're saying feeling drawn to, to money reads, okay, tarot readings. And I do feel like you are needing comfort throughout this day, but having a lot to get done, all right? Bouncing around, accomplishing what you need to, again, cleaning up, thinking about making more money, potentially organizing your money, thinking about where to invest it, okay? Empowering oneself through your work, through your efforts being put forth towards potentially helping other people, but at the very least making money and aiming for and succeeding with a level of growth, okay? I do feel like underneath it all, you're thinking about a passionate fresh start, but you could also feel like certain people around you just are a bit on edge, okay? You could even find that when you're migrating around running errands, okay, they're saying going to the gym or just potentially going to work or whatever the case may be, people are a little bit on edge, okay? What else do we have for Tuesday? The Tower coming out, and I feel like you're empowering oneself when thinking about an upcoming Tower moment. I do feel like it's an expected ending. They're telling me now to move this over, because for some of you it is in regards to your home situation, but I do feel like you're pushed to think about that Tower moment when at home, okay? To prepare oneself in the best way possible, to not expect the worst, but to allow for oneself to keep your crown on as you move forth and make certain changes, or just adapt to whatever changes need to come to be. All right. I do feel like you're pushed to empower oneself in the midst of asking oneself in a polite manner what needs to be cut out, what needs to be changed, right? I do feel like your empowerment may translate as a bit of feistiness at times throughout this day and even surrounding it. But I feel like you mean well and are just a little bit overbooked or overtired and a bit defensive at times, okay? The clouds will clear, and that's not meant in a literal sense. It's meant to mean the sun will come out in your situation moving forward. I am zoned in on this woman's face. So male or female, I feel like your presence is very serious throughout this Tuesday. Focused, determined, bold, okay? I feel like you are shining in certain ways, okay? Your shine will come in handy throughout this day, but more so in the upcoming days. Your voice will inspire is now what I'm hearing. The light from your window, that's going to come into play differently for each of you, whether it's the light that you see from the moon or something of the sort. It could be the sun from inside, or it could be from the outside of the building. Interesting. Let's keep pulling. As we do have the Empress here, thinking about giving birth to something new, empowering oneself by, it's coming through as self-care, right? You feel empowered by tapping into that motherly energy, again, male or female, and helping others in certain ways. But for the majority, at the very least, it's about self-care, okay? It's okay to prioritize taking care of oneself so you can pour into the cups of others when the time feels relevant. And I just feel like you're remembering in one way, shape, or form. Okay, for some, you have the wisdom, the knowledge, the experience to benefit your experience to make the best until the best for a move of residence, even when it comes to that new one. But for others, I feel like your wisdom, your knowledge, your experience, all of which coming in handy when you're at home throughout this Tuesday. When it comes to change, when it comes to making the best, when it comes to moments where energies or even your spiritual connection makes you a bit nervous, your ships are coming in once again, all right? Once again. And the Four of Swords down here, because I do feel like you're reminded that there's a level of protection spiritually for oneself moving forward when it comes to your living situations, your comfort, your stability you're going after when it comes to this future Tower moment, even if that's not your housing situation. But I do feel like there's moments, if not one specific moment throughout this day, where you're given a chance to rest. They're saying, please take it, okay? You deserve the opportunity to heal, to rest, to replenish, as I do feel like you have a lot in the upcoming days to accomplish, even though this does seem like a bit of a busy day. But I don't feel like you'll be stressed about it in any way, shape, or form. I do feel like with the Page of Swords and the King of Cups coming out over here, we're learning more about how to empower oneself. We're learning and teaching through certain empowerment, levels of empowerment. I hope that makes sense, keywording. But I feel like this confidence is wrapped up in a level of emotion due to being tired or for whatever reason it is for you, okay? Past disappointment, heartbreak, maybe floating to the surface out of preparation. But I do feel like that all being wrapped up in the empowerment benefits this day for you on a progressive level, on a growing level. That was quite a rant, but I feel like it made sense. Also keywording. And it just feels like a day where things are moving quickly at times, but You're also reminded certain changes are happening quite quickly, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. But I do feel like there's a lot of speaking taking place in your home situation, right? Spirit speaking to you quite clearly to clarify, to keep the hope alive, to push you in the right direction, to keep the light lit within one's mind. Interesting. Okay, we can't let it go out, is what I'm hearing. And I just feel like they're trying to remind you why staying passionate is key for you. And that doesn't mean you have to be over exuding, just to recognize that there is a passionate fresh start for you individually on the horizon, okay? And they're saying, and travel, all right? It's a day where we will clarify a little bit, but it's time for you to prepare, it's time for you to accomplish, to empower other people potentially, but at the very least oneself. And again, to keep that light lit as you move forward towards more for oneself, all right? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe if you haven't done so already. Go have yourself an amazing Tuesday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.